Hi guys, Lava here. The ability Rework just came out, and it changes everything. Almost every subclass got new paths and a ton of items were updated to be unique. Now every subclass is at least viable, including Bard, Paladin, and Trickster. Along with that, Hollow Slop and Clerics got nerfed. So let's go and see what changed. When the update first came out, it was really buggy and unbalanced. Some abilities didn't work, Tribute Wars was broken, and Clerics were one-shotting with coronal tomes. Most of it was fixed, but Nature's Wrath still doesn't hit players, and Knights have so much DMG resist that they heal during stance and heal their enemies. It even healed our Yeti to full. M1 Berserker and Gladiator armor got nerfed, but Warrior and Zerker abilities were buffed well. Blade Spin out damages Ferocious Assault with crazy AoE, Ceramic Spin can have 100% uptime, and Boulder does almost the same DMG as a Ground Slam. Berserker isn't the best subclass for PvP, but it's in a pretty good place right now. If you just want to run at people and do funny spin damage, you might want to try out Berserker. Hey, race the rest of my Berserker footage. Bard got a huge buff where its startup was removed, Reverb is more durable, Lullaby sleeps easier, and Crescendo does funny damage. It's actually one of the best subclasses right now for both PvP and PvE, having a mix of offense and support capabilities. Definitely try it out if you are interested in Bard. It also benefits more from crit, but I like using a negative crit build since I can one-cycle Warlocks in a single Lullaby. OMG Poly in Tribute High Poly. Sorcerer arguably got the least out of the ability Rework, as it got only 2 paths out of 6 abilities. Along with that, Mage was nerfed with Zap having a longer CD that ruins my Source PvE combo. Mana Bomb and Thunder Call were buffed though, as they have huge AoEs and funny damage. Overall, Source is actually not great for PvP when compared to Bard. It's actually one of the best classes for PvE though, as it has the highest damage potential and let me top damage community events. Also, every class and subclass has their abilities unlocked by default, meaning you can use every ability in the same build, letting you run 3 stuns at the same time. And crit DMG got nerfed by 10%, meaning crit classes like Assassin, Berserker, and crit mages do less damage. For other classes, Assassin got nerfed so bad that they aren't top DPS, but Hunter abilities got buffed. Ranger can actually use Ricochet now, but Hail was nerfed slightly. Paladin has almost unmissable AoE and big damage. Trickster got more traps and Disengage does damage now. Warlock was nerfed, but Blood Plague makes up for it by one-shotting light classes. Knight is able to tank damage so much that it heals instead of taking damage. Cleric still one-shots people, but its damage was nerfed. Songweaver can now heal thousands of HP with a single ability. A bunch of items got changed, so I won't say anything, but some notable changes are for Dragon Vest, Jonin Stuff, Halloween Armors, Everil's Helm, Scrap Sword, Hollow Slop, Astro ST, and Gladiator Armor. I encourage you to check the changelogs in the Discord and try out some of these niche items. Overall, this update was really unbalanced but fun. PvP is almost unplayable because of how big everyone's AoE is and how busted Bard is, but it's really fun for build crafters as there is much more build diversity. If they just added more paths for some subclasses, adjusted ability radius, and fixed the rest of the bugs, this update would be peak. Anyways, try the update for yourself. I'm gonna go play Horse Girl Racing Gacha game now. Bye.